Good morning, everyone. On behalf of BOS, welcome to our Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Middle School Assembly. Today, we come together not only to remember Dr. King's powerful words and actions, but to reflect on how his legacy continues to shape our school community and the values we stand for at Columbus Academy. Dr. King believed in courage, unity, justice, and service, which are values that challenge us to think deeply, act kindly, and lead with purpose.
Before we hear today's performance, it is important that we understand the meaning behind the song Let There Be Worship Sing. It's often referred to as the Black National Anthem. Written in the year 1900 by James Weldon Johnson, the word was first written as a poem, and his brother J. Rosamond Johnson later added music so it could be sung. Together, they created a song that celebrates hope, perseverance, and faith in the face of injustice. The lyrics remind us to reflect on our past and stay grounded in our values.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let all rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our day begun, let us march on till victory is won.
Thank you, Maya and Lexington, for that beautiful and meaningful performance. It is my privilege to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Pascal Losambe. He will speak about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s impact on Columbus Academy's history and how Dr. King's legacy helped shape the culture of our school.
Thank you for having me. This is going to be a very interactive presentation. Even though in 1954, Brown versus Board of Education said that it was illegal to segregate public schools, other public services were still segregated. The leader of the boycott movement was a man by the name of the community selected him to lead this movement of boycotting the buses. But back at Academy, some things were being talked about in the 50s. There was a man by the name of Charles Sutton. Have you heard of something called a junior speech? So when you become a junior, you will be required to give a junior speech. And in this brave junior speech in 1959, Charles Sutton, I will read a part of it, not all of it, said this: students of the Academy pride themselves, and justly, that they are getting the best college preparatory education available in Columbus. Students of well-versed and devoted teachers. Small classes which give the students as individuals the opportunity to benefit as much as possible from each teacher's knowledge. The Academy is selective. Progress is not held back, as in public schools, by students unwilling to learn. And your very attendance at the Academy testifies that a good education is your foremost goal. Since a good student body is so essential, the Academy is bound to leave no stone unturned in its search for boys who are not only scholastically able, but glad and eager to do this kind of work. It is sad then that we are not willfully, but unconsciously overlooking a source of students without even considering what their individual merit and abilities may be. This source is the black population of Columbus. So Charlie Sutton even though he didn't share their identity, started to advocate for people in this very school, asking the school and the board to reconsider their stance that black individuals and other non-white populations were not welcome. Living out some of our core values of respect, responsibility, honesty, compassion, and fairness. In 1963, Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech on the March of Washington. But then I started to think something else happened before August. Something happened in the country and an academy, echoing Charles Sutton's voice. In 1963, Columbus Academy decided to admit their first non-white students. And I started to think, what could have happened? It wasn't that I Have a Dream speech, because this happened before that. What could have happened here at Academy to cause a board of trustees to decide to admit their first non-white students? So what happened in the country that would move a school like ours to say we need to be on the right side of history? On May 7th, 1963. Take a minute and look around. That courageous decision paved the way for what you see today. In 1929, MLK was born. In 1944, he went to college. In 1954, the Brown versus Board of Education decision. In 1955, the Montgomery bus boycott. In 1959, Charles Sutton gave a junior speech. In 1963, the board had a vote. And in 1964, MLK won the Nobel Peace Prize. So I want you to do something for me right now, before we end. I want you to look at our 5 core values. And I want you to think about what is one value you choose to practice this week. Now, if you chose respect, I want you to stand up. These middle schoolers, look around, are making a choice to uphold respect for their fellow middle schooler. If you chose responsibility, stand up. Your peers have chosen to take ownership of this culture and be responsible in every aspect of their week. If you chose honesty, stand up. Look around. These students are choosing to be honest in how they conduct themselves. And if you chose compassion, stand up. These friends of yours are choosing compassion this week. If you chose fairness, stand up. These are the core values that will continue to guide us. These are the core values that will continue to lead us.